Okay, people. So, yeah, I decided to take a look at how to date Billy Walsh, right? A part of me was like, do not do it. Do not do it. But another part of me was like, yo, some of these things have been good, right? Hold out hope. So, yeah, I dived in, people. I dived in. Right, this is directed by Alex Pillai, written by Alexander J. Farrell and Greer Ellison. It is produced by Matt Williams, executive produced by Ben Arlanian, Merlin Merton, Sebastian Street, and Piers Tempest. Associate produced by Matilda Kay, co-produced by Neil Jones, and line produced by Rowena Wolford. Rob Lord took care of the music. Hamish Doyne Ditmas, cinematography. Matt Platts Mills handled the editing. Casting, we've got Rob Kelly. Production design, Julian Nagel. Art direction, Sarah Mills. Set decoration, Ula Burgood and Bethan Edwards Wilson. Eleanor Baker handled the costume design. And our cast. Well, we have got Archibald Arnold, aka Archie, played by Sebastian Croft. Right, we have got his butler. I don't even know. William is played by Nick Frost. His dad, George, is played by Tim Downey. His mother, Lily, is played by Lucy Punch. Then we got his best friend, Amelia Brown, aka Millie, played by Charithra Chandran. Right? Her dad is played by her dad Rupert is played by Kunal Nanya. Her mum Jules is played by Danushka Anson. Right, a younger version of Amelia is played by Bella Indrawana, and Chaneli Gedera. Younger version of Archie, played by Henry Reinhardt and Casper Kumpf. We also have got Penny, played by Maddie Holiday. Mr. Atkins, played by Guz Khan. Oh, Billy Walsh, right, played by Tana Buchanan. Maggie, played by Loyanda Unta Lewis Nanya. Miss Francis, played by Jocelyn J. Essen. Who else do we have? There is Maisie, played by Maisie Peters, played by Maisie Peters. Okay. Yusuf, played by Nail Amen. Talisa, played by Paxina Tuka. Tony, played by Charles Camrose. Who else do we have? Trent, played by Jet Diane. Quigley, played by John Richmond. That's pretty much it, I do believe. Yeah, that's it, people. That's the cast, right? Yeah, that's the cast. So, the gist of the film, um, is we follow a pair of childhood friends, Amelia and Archie. Archie has always kept his love for her a secret, but just as he builds up the courage to declare his feelings, Amelia falls for Billy Walsh, the new transfer student. So that is the film. And look, it seems, right, this type of film is this generation's, right? We want to call it this generation's Pretty in Pink, right? Breakfast Club, Weird Science, all of those things. This is what keeps on getting churned out, you know? And I don't know, you look at it and there's always a lot of questions here, right? There's always a lot of questions because it oftentimes reads like someone that doesn't quite understand emotions, right? Like people that have never gone through shit, which is a baffling thing, right? It's a baffling thing because you think, no, love and relationships, that's it's simple, but it's difficult, right? Like you understand what that is. You understand, what happens if people do certain things, but we paint these pictures with these type of films, and it is so odd, so odd, right? So we start off with a guy running upstairs. He looks a mess, barges through a crowd, and then gets on the microphone, right? Gets tackled, gets on the microphone, and then we start breaking the fourth wall. And he turns and he's just like, how did I get here? Well, and then we go to the beginning. I mean, it seems to be the way everything starts now, right? You start with an end sequence scene or a, 3/4 of the way scene, and then it's like, oh, let's go back and see how I got, which destroys all notion of any kind of predicament, right? You're not going to think, okay, so that's they're happy. Oh, this is, it's just like, well, no, we've seen where they end up. Right, we know everything's gonna get a mess, and then it's gonna, you know what I mean? So I'm like, to do it all the time is it's boring. It's boring. But we jump, and it's just like, oh, they've been Archie and Amelia have been friends ever since they were born, right? And it's just like, oh, because we were mixed up as babies. What? I mean, what? Right? Like that makes no sense, right? They're going, we were mixed up by the hospital as babies. Now, if people were coming in to adopt, you could go, well, they're coming in to adopt. Who knows the kid they chose to adopt, right? So it could be anyone. Or even if the couples were in interracial relationships, maybe. They're not, though. So, do you think an Indian couple are having a white baby and a white couple are having an Indian baby? Like, what the fuck? That made no fucking sense. No fucking sense as a plot device, right? So they're like, since the hospital, and we've been best friends and all of this, right? So then it just shows them hanging out as kids and blah blah blah. And it's just like, oh, we like all the same things, and oh, we like movies, and it's very base level. right? It's not going deep on anything. It's just like, oh, he likes ice cream. I like ice cream. Whoa. Hey, jeez. And then it's just like, and we don't like, and we both find the same thing sad. And then we got a sequence of Amelia's mum dying. And it's just like, no shit, Sherlock. You both think it's sad that someone's mum has died, right? I don't think any fucking, 10-year-old is rejoicing, right? Unless their parents were mad abusive and all, but otherwise, you're not rejoicing, So it was just like, what are we doing here? Like, that's such a dumb fucking reference, right? If they were like, we both find the same thing sad, like, like blossom, all the blossom disappearing off the trees, or, what I mean, it turning into winter, or, seeing a bird dead on the sidewalk, or something like sidewalk. What the fuck did I just do? On the pavement? Boy, watching too many films. But that you could be like, yeah. But it's just like, oh, a parent dying. We both think that's sad. It's just like, like that bit just there. That bit just there at the start of the film really sets out what this film is. It's fucking ridiculous. That's what the film is, right? So it's just, and then he's just like, but I've been holding we tell each other everything, but I've been holding a secret. I've been in love with Amelia. Well, he calls her Millie. Ugh, just use fucking, even the parents are calling her Millie. What's wrong with Amelia? Amelia's a nice name. Anyway, and he's just like, I've been in love with her all these years. And he's just like, oh, whatever. You don't even know what love is, motherfucker. They're using like fart humor. It's like Russell T Davis wrote this. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, did you fart? It's just like, oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, and this is the thing. I'm not saying people shouldn't fart, right? I'm just saying, like, there's better ways to incorporate things into films and TV and storytelling as a whole, But anyway, we have these two at this school. And the school is baffling because we see a lot of scenes and it looks like there is no one there. And then there'll be these other scenes. There was a scene towards the end, it looks like they're in an exam and it's full. And you're just thinking, I've not seen this many students at that school until this moment. Well, who the fuck are these people? But in others, it's just like, where are all the fucking students? You know what I mean? But they are ostracized. And you're thinking, like, why would they be ostracized? Oh, because he wears glasses, you know what I mean? And she hangs out. Like, it's so cliche, right? It's just so cliche. Like, we have Billy Walsh, American exchange student, essentially, right? Who just wears a leather jacket and white t-shirt. Literally, that is all he wears. All he wears, right? Until the end, where it's a black t-shirt with his leather jacket, right? He's got no other clothes. He's driving a motorcycle, no helmet. No helmet. Even there's a scene where he gives Amelia a lift, no helmet. And you're just like, wait, like what? Because he's driving to her house. Are you really saying that her dad is going to be like, yeah, you can go on a motorbike with no helmet? Fuck no. Like, what? No. The what they try and do with this film to go, we're hip, we're young, we're down, right? There's a lot of emojis pop up on screen and hashtag, right? Just, I mean, there's like what? Hashtag mash face, hashtag Batgirl, hashtag, like, you just like, these are horrible hashtags. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Did a 4-year-old write this? What are we doing? What are we doing? Right? There's the guy that's like, I'm gay, and then it's just like, oh, look at me being all flamboyant and just like, because that's the only gay stereotype, right? That's the only gay archetype. Gay people aren't anything else. You know what I mean? So we have that. We have, like, they want to show like, oh, this school is diverse, but only Amelia really has anything to say. You know what I mean? So you got all these other diverse, none of them. Like, why couldn't Billy be, a different ethnicity? Really, if you want to do that, right? If you want to try and front, do that. But it's just a paper thin story with paper thin characters. No one has any sort of depth. No depth whatsoever. But we want to try and get cheap laughs with talks of dick size and dildos and threesomes and stuff like that, which just doesn't cut the mustard, right? It's just, like, you just roll your eyes, man. It's like it wants to touch on issues, but it doesn't really want to get its feet wet. And then we just have this whole thing about relationships, right? And so many, and it's not just this rom-com, right? But so many, someone does something so egregious, it's insane. It's insane. But they're just like, it's because I love you. And then the other person's like, shut up and kiss me. And you're just like, yo. They've been gaslighting you all fucking film. Like, what are we doing? Oh, what are we doing? It's insane. The acting, it's not really acting. It's like everyone is performing. Nothing feels real. Like the relationships, just there's no chemistry. Not between Amelia's parents, Archie's parents, just anyone. There is even Archie and Amelia as best. There's no chemistry, right? There's no chemistry anywhere in this film. Not even in a chemistry lab. It's baffling. It's baffling to me. But this film isn't made for me. It's not made for me. You know what I mean? I would say if you liked American Prom, we took a look at that a few weeks back, right? If you liked American Prom, stuff like what was the thing? It was Puppy Love. Yes, Puppy Love, Players, Upgraded. If you enjoy those type of films, which brings me to you, right? Marmalade. If you like those films, then I say, who is oh god damn it, How to Date Billy Walsh. You'll like it. That's what I can kind of amount this to. It's not. What I was hoping for something along the lines to how to talk to girls at parties, right? Or bottoms, right? You are so not invited to my bar mitzvah. Are you there, God? It's me, Maggie, or whatever that one goes. No, Margaret, right? If I was hoping for something along those lines, because there's a charm to those, there's an honesty. You know what I mean? Like those films are more in line with the old school, like John Hughes thing, you know. But this stuff, it's like do revenge and all of them, right? That's what this is, and it's just not. It's not for me. It's not made for me, right? But if you like all those other films, then yeah, you may well enjoy this. And it is out on Prime Video in the UK, in the States, all over the place. So yeah, if it sounds like it could be your type of film, people, go have at it.